Good morning, everyone. I hope you all survived the full moon energies. Of course, it is still with us and will slowly dissipate today, tomorrow, and the next day, and we will feel a little bit more normal. My update on it is that I wasn't feeling intense leg discomfort with the energy buildup that was taking place, and removing things that I was unaware of that I have been holding on to. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but I tried to always reflect love, bringing love into my heart center, breathing slow and deeply until the pain would subside. Because again, when we feel a certain physical aspect or an emotional response to situations in our life, it is because we have been trained to feel a certain way. The leg pain discomfort that I had last night was very similar to the pain that I thought I had back when I was immobile. So last night, that discomfort that I was feeling took me back to the days of my brokenness. And that right here is a revelation for me today. This is what the energy does. This is what light has been trying to do for us for so long, but now is a time of extreme pressing. Now has been a time of extreme assistance from all that is, to help us do the things that we have failed to do, that we have been resisting to do. So, I thought I have done so much healing, but that time frame of when I was really broken, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, after my auto accident, took over a decade of my life. Nearly 16 years of my life. I was, back then, felt I was imprisoned in my home, in my own mind, in my own heart, in my own pain. To be a prisoner of your own life is a very, very tragic way of living. And so many of us have that experience, a very, very sad and traumatizing experience, because of our inability to see a way out. It took me almost 16 years to find my way out. It took me feeling as if I had lost my own child, my only child, who had to grow up and move out. That was more traumatic for me, more so than the physical pain that I felt for 15, 16 years. My son was my only connection to life, to what really life was. I nurtured him, took care of him when he was ill, and he was always ill. And when I lost him, I lost everything about who I thought I was. I didn't know who I was any longer. And that's when I began to see the light. That's when things began to click for me. that's when I noticed my light switch on my wall telling me to flip the switch or flip the script in my life. So this is something that the full moon energy is reminding me of today, and releasing some of these emotions of the feeling that I used to carry, the burdens that I used to carry because of my immobility and lack of health back then, lack of determination, lack of life. Just because I have transformed here recently, just because I got healthier, 4 or 5 years ago, and now I am completely different from even that person, as I began my health journey, doesn't mean that I don't have broken pieces inside. It's just I don't see them right now. There's a little bit that's always lingering, and that's my point of what healing is and what light energy does for us. The light wants us to be our best self. That is the purpose of us coming here and doing this job for ourselves. That's the purpose of us agreeing to have this human existence. We come here and want the best for ourselves, but in order to have our best self, we had to agree to have certain human experiences and survive them and come out of them better than when we went into them. Therefore, helping other people also do the same thing in their own life. But when we fail to heal from those experiences, we fail to move on properly. To be our higher self in its purest form, we can't have any type of pain within us. And because we are an energetic being placed within a human form, we retain, we pick up, and we are nothing but energy. So our own thoughts and emotions are here with us at all times because they are a part of our energetic composition. And what we also pick up from others and where we go, our environment, will stick and remind us of our own brokenness at the same time. But when we choose to eliminate things and heal and allow the light to allow us to finally feel these emotions that we have kind of thrown under the rug, swept under the rug, we truly send them away. Let me explain a little more, because as I began my health journey 4 years ago, I kind of went from broken to I'm going to cut off those emotions. In order to think differently, sometimes we almost build a wall and forget about the past. Because in order for us to see a better future, we kind of have to cover up for a little bit. We have to forget what we were experiencing for a good portion until we have learned how to think better, feel a different emotion, and therefore act differently as our best self. So by not thinking on those about those negative experiences again, we're suppressing. And this is just how things work. There's no right or wrong here. There is just a process. And sometimes this is how it goes. Other people might find a different way. But this was my experience for me. And I did the best that I could at that given moment. I knew I was tired of feeling broken. I was tired of crying. I was tired of hating. I was tired of the physical pain. I wanted love. I wanted to be nurtured. I wanted to be able to live and move with my physical body and with my mind and my heart. But I had to cover up what I had always known. And I have tried not to look back. Yet I have looked back. I look back and I'm thankful that I'm not there anymore. And I am so much grateful for where I am. So my past was necessary for me to be here. And now I am at a point where not only am I trying to really heal myself, and have been, but I have failed to really look back. And truly send my past away with love. And that is what this beautiful, beautiful light energy does for us. Every time we have a past memory come up, it is for us to resolve it, to see it within the light and with love, because then it's more visible, it's more understood, there's more gratefulness for it. So now, today and tomorrow, I'm going to heal a little bit more because of my complete brokenness for 15 to 16 years. I will merge more with my higher self, therefore giving myself better opportunities. If I were here today, this morning, and that revelation came to me, but I was my lower self 4 years ago, I would have been in the emotion of anger, of depression, of a sadness that was going to take me away from anything better. But when you are your higher self, that revelation brings you gratefulness, reminds you of the beautiful work that you have accomplished, reminds you why you have healed yourself, and then shows you a better future that's just ahead. You just have to keep going. My higher self here today loved and loves my past self. She survived her brokenness and has risen from it. I would love to hear about what you have had revealed to you throughout this full moon process, or any time throughout this February gateway of love. The closing is the 22nd, 23rd, I'll just say the 23rd of the 2222 gateway. Don't forget to please like, comment, subscribe, and share the love. This is Christy. love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.